Hi, and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Dean O'Lally.
And I'm Jeff Roberts, filling in for the baby mama, Lauren Nelson. She's at home with her new baby.
And they're doing great, by the way. Today we're coming to you from a wonderful diner. It's in Southwest Oklahoma City.
Sherry's Diner on Southwest 59th Street has been packing them in for 30 years. They serve breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. We'll show you a bit of what's on the menu throughout the show.
But first, we're going to do something that we do really well here. We're going to take a road trip.
Yeah, I was afraid you were going to go with eat, but not this time. Jason Grubbs is going to take us to Muskogee, the Three Rivers Museum. You got to check it out, and he's going to take us there.
There are three rivers that meet up east of Muskogee: the Arkansas, Verdigris, and Grand.
And those three rivers actually come to a point, and that point was the biggest Osage trading area there was in Indian Territory.
When the railroad first came into Oklahoma, new communities were settled and started to grow.
And so therefore we have Muskogee, Fort Gibson, Porum, Pryor, Choteau, Wagner, all those little towns.
The Three Rivers Museum in Muskogee is dedicated to preserving the history of this area. It's housed in the old Midland Valley Passenger Rail Depot.
We used to carry over 3,000 passengers in and out of here a day.
The museum is filled with all sorts of stories and artifacts, such as the original tools workers used to lay the first train tracks through Oklahoma. This 1850s pumper wagon was actually used by the Muskogee Fire Department.
Everything that we have here are artifacts that came from the Three Rivers area or the Oklahoma Indian Territory area, and they are all artifacts that have been donated to the museum.
Some of that history includes the Girl Scouts. The very first troop was founded here in Muskogee, and those famous cookies, well, the very first batch was baked here too.
The Girl Scout cookies started in Muskogee in 1917. They were started by Juliet Lowe, who used the local school's kitchen to bake the cookies. She would sell them two to a bag for 10 cents, and she would use that money to buy supplies for the men that were at war.
Her helpers were the first Girl Scouts, members of the Mistletoe Troop.
It's amazing. It really is. It's so interesting to see so much history from around this area.
Josh Cotton grew up here and says he didn't realize how much history he was surrounded by until he got older. Josh wants his kids to know their story too.
From Oklahoma and from Muskogee and where we're from and the history and where we've come from and where we're going, it just inspires so many people to know that we have these roots.
It shows who we are and what we are.
One of the first exhibits you'll see is dedicated to one of Muskogee's more famous residents, Bass Reeves, a slave who escaped and became the first African-American deputy U.S. Marshal in the West.
He caught over 3,000 criminals, and he only had to shoot somebody one time.
After 32 years, Reeves retired and worked a couple of years as a Muskogee police officer before his passing. Everything here has a story, inside and out, from the original one-room schoolhouse to the donated 1940s Georgia-Pacific diesel engine.
It's a beautiful place, very interesting. I love the history because it catches the most important part of Muskogee.
To me, it's really tremendous for the community to have a resource like this. So.
At the Three Rivers Museum, I'm Jason Grubbs for Discover Oklahoma.
Three Rivers Museum is located at 220 Elgin in Muskogee. They're open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you're thinking of heading that way, hop on the Tourism Department website and request the Visit Muskogee Guide. Just click up top where it says Request Free Brochures. You know, and when you're done there checking out the museum, make a beeline up to T-Town.
And order some of the best Mexican food in town. It's called Dos Bandidos, and Julie Chen's going to take us there.
Carlos Lopez cooked up the idea to open Dos Bandidos from scratch.
You know, we started from zero. I've never worked at a restaurant before. I didn't know what I was doing. The first time we opened the restaurant, I told a friend of mine, hey, come in and check it out. And when he walks in, he goes, where's the silverware?
Fast forward 3 years, and it's clear this young local entrepreneur has learned a thing or two. Lopez now runs 2 successful restaurants, Dos Bandidos in Bixby and this newer location in downtown Tulsa.
We're in the middle of everything. So it's a good place to get started. If you want to go to a concert, if you want to go to the Guthrie Green, if you want to go to the ballpark.
Dos Bandidos serves up California-style Mexican cuisine. It's a fresh take on the Mexican you may be used to. Here you'll find different seasonings and lots of seafood.
To me, it's better. It's a lot fresher. So we make everything in-house. We make everything from scratch. We use vegetables to season all our meats, all of our chicken. So one of the pluses that we have is everything on our menu is gluten-free. Unless you get a flour tortilla, of course, or a pasta.
I love Dos Bandidos because it's authentic. It's not typical Tex-Mex. All of these recipes, if you check out the menu, are family style. They're recipes from different parts of Mexico and Southern California.
Over 30 different items fill the menu. Choices include tuna tostadas, a special spaghetti, even caramel Nutella sopapillas.
I'm addicted to their salsa, and the El Donkey burrito is probably one of my favorite.
Really like the West Coast tacos and got to try some of the vegan options, the quesadillas, and they were really delicious.
Our best sellers would be the Bandido style tacos. So it's a corn tortilla, cheese, onions, and peppers. We let it sit on the grill till it melts, and then we add steak, shrimp, and a slice of avocado. And then we fold them till they get crunchy. That's probably our best-selling taco.
And there are great daily specials that range from kids eat free to dollar street tacos to half-price margaritas for teachers. You can check out their Facebook page and website for details. Outdoor seating, live music, and free valet parking on the weekends make Dos Bandidos a perfect choice for date night or a night out with the whole family.
We've had conga lines with like 30 people going up and down on a Friday night before.
Dos Bandidos, serving up great fun and great food in Tulsa.
What I love most about Dos Bandidos is just the feeling you get when you come here. You feel welcomed. You know you're going to have a good time, and you're going to leave with a smile on your face, not just because of the good food, but just the overall experience.
In Tulsa, I'm Julie Chin, Discovering Oklahoma.
You'll find Dos Bandidos at 109 North Detroit in the heart of Tulsa. They're open 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
I just think it's crazy that people, first of all, fly somewhere, just to eat.
The Mexican restaurant so popular, folks are flying in just to eat there.
A lot of people don't have any idea what to expect. They just come out here because they think it sounds interesting.
Plus, an only in Oklahoma outing. We're crystal digging on the Great Salt Plains.
It's a terrific vacation for the entire family. What I love about it is that your 5-year-old or your 70-year-old, there's a spot for everyone.
And vacation on the water. We'll take you to the floating cabins that will fit everyone in the family, coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
Explore new horizons in your free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Get the excitement rolling. Reawaken your sense of adventure. Discover totally unexpected thrills. Order your free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide today at travelok.com.
Every night, sit alone and talk. Watch a hawk making lazy circles in the sky. We know we belong to the land, and when we belong to his land. So when we say, yeah, we're only saying you're doing fine. Oklahoma,
Oklahoma, come see for yourself.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from Sherry's Diner here in South Oklahoma City. You know, and after you filled up with a great lunch or breakfast here at Sherry's Diner, you're ready to hit the road for one of the most unique places here in Oklahoma.
That's right. Crystal digging season opens on April the 1st, and if your family has not ever tried this, I highly recommend it.
You can do a lot at the Salt Plains National Wildlife Refuge. There's bird and wildlife watching. You can hunt and fish and take hikes. But one of the biggest draws involves digging for crystals.
We have everybody from 6 months to 100 years old come out here. They come from all over the world.
One gentleman who's out here almost every day is Roger Pierce, also known as Selenite Sam, the Crystal Man.
A lot of people don't have any idea what to expect. They just come out here because they think it sounds interesting. And they come out here and I try to show them what they're supposed to find.
Debbie Taranis brought her grandson out to search for crystals, and her grandson, by the way, Bryson, loves rocks.
It's better than what I expected. I didn't know whether we'd find 1 or 2 or 10, but we found almost a whole bucket full, so it's exceeded my expectations by far.
Did you find a lot of crystals?
Yeah.
An enthusiastic yeah, for sure.
And now, have you had fun?
Yeah.
A young man of few words, he wanted to get back to digging. By the way, this is the only place in the world where you can find those unique hourglass-shaped selenite crystals. Not all will have the hourglass figure in them, but realizing how all the crystals are formed is somewhat fascinating.
What they believe is that there's an underground aquifer that goes through a sediment layer deposited by ancient seas. And then that comes up at this spot and it deposits the salt on top. The crystals formed by the chloride and the sulfates combining together to make the crystal. And the crystal's just a form of gypsum.
As for the specific crystals with the hourglass shape inside,
they're formed by some type of magnetic forces. Nobody knows for sure exactly how it happens.
there are some essentials you'll need before coming out to the refuge to dig.
Items you should bring would be shovels for digging. Definitely need to bring water to drink, and also you can use water to pour on the dirt and get the crystals out.
Early morning and early evenings are best in the summer, and Roger Pierce added a few more things you'll need.
It's just luck, mainly, but it takes a lot of patience to get them out without destroying them, because they are so delicate.
The crystal digging area at Salt Plains National Wildlife Refuge is open from April the 1st to October the 15th. Spring is really the best time to dig because the temperatures are more mild, and you can plan your trip at travelok.com. And head east about an hour from the Salt Plains area, and you're going to go to a restaurant that's so good people fly into it.
You know, we probably should mention they fly into it because it's at the airport in Ponca City, right? Lauren Nelson takes us there.
You've heard of a restaurant being worth the drive, but what about a restaurant that's worth a flight? That's what people say about Enrique's Mexican restaurant in Ponca City.
If the weather's fine, I'll fly down every day except Saturday.
It's really amazing when I think about that, because I just think it's crazy that people, first of all, fly somewhere, just to eat. We have a couple people who, come in 3 or 4 times a week, and they just fly in and eat.
Located in the Ponca City airport, Enrique's has been serving up delicious, authentic Mexican food for more than 3 decades.
So we start working, and it was just about 8 people. Me and my wife and my sister-in-law with his husband and her daughter. And we just start working. The first day, I think we sold like $23 worth of coffee. We didn't sell any food. We make the food that we eat at my house. My wife cooks, she's a Mexican, and she cooks, and the same food that we cook at the house, we bring it over here.
Started in '83 and really have just kept growing. We're family owned. My parents started it in '83, and then I started running it about 16 years ago. We try to keep it really authentic. All our sauces are made from scratch. It's not, typical Taco Bell flavors. For the most part, it's the menu that they created 30 years ago.
Enrique and his daughter Mercedes run the restaurant and serve up their amazing food to a packed restaurant day in and day out.
One of our top sellers is our hot and spicy Texas burrito. It is super spicy, so not everybody can handle it. It's a large hot burrito. It's got chuck roast. It's made in a jalapeno gravy, topped with jack cheese and smothered with that gravy as well. So it sells really well. Our basic enchiladas, we have 3 different sauces, and those sauces were created then and have stayed the same recipes and everything. Our tamales, we make those fresh as well, which is great.
I haven't had everything, but I have never had a bad meal.
Every Mexican restaurant has chips and salsa, but Enrique's chips are different than anything you'll find anywhere else.
Our chips, of course, is something that's unique to us. We make our corn tortillas fresh. She's back there making them the whole time we're working, and they take them straight from the grill to the fryer, and they puff up. People call them little pillows.
You can go to any Mexican restaurant throughout the United States, and I've been to a lot of them, and none of them have the same quality of these chips here.
Our salsa, for sure, we go through about 30 gallons of salsa, if not more than that, a week.
So no matter how you get here, be sure to put Enrique's on your list for must-try Mexican meals.
We really try to give them a great experience when they come, giving them great service, and again, our authentic and homemade food made every day. It's a flavor like what you would have at home, visiting your grandma, recipes from generations back. And I think that the flavor of our food alone is worth traveling and trying.
Oh, it's worth it. If you fly, drive, or walk, yeah. it's really a neat place. It really is.
Heads up if this story has you hungry, Enrique's is closed on Sundays. They are open for lunch Monday through Saturday. They close during the week between 2 and 4:30 and then reopen for dinner.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
They gotta try the chicken fry. They gotta try the chicken fried steak.
Dinner worth the drive. Find out where you can get some of the best chicken fried steak in the state.
What we offer is a different experience than the typical camping experience.
That's the truth. Forget camping at the lake. We'll go camping on the lake up next when Discover Oklahoma continues.
Gather around and go for a ride through Oklahoma's all-new travel guide. See art, culture, big city venues, blazing neon, flavorful menus. Find a cabin where you can unwind. Grab your travel guide and see what you find.
This portion of Discover Oklahoma is brought to you by Oklahoma Ag Credit, financing country living.
Welcome back to Sherry's Diner in Southwest Oklahoma City. We're enjoying some of the best classic diner food around. Seriously, one of the cool things about coming to a place like this is sitting around the table, getting the family together, and figuring out what the family vacation is going to be.
That's true, and as you well know, one of the best places you can visit is an Oklahoma lake. Right now, Tina McGarry is going to show us the Lake Murray floating cabins.
Known for its crystal blue water and spectacular scenery, Lake Murray is one of Oklahoma's most pristine lakes. And atop that beautiful spring-fed lake, you'll find Lake Murray floating cabins, where guests can stay and play right on the water.
What we offer is a different experience than the typical camping experience. We do have cabins that are fully furnished, fully equipped, all cookware provided, linens provided, everything that you would have in your own home, but it is floating on the water. So you do have the capability to pull your boat up, pull up jet skis, you can fish or swim right off the docks, which kind of makes us a unique experience.
That unique experience is what brings Jerry Goodson and his family back year after year. Lake Murray floating cabins have become a family tradition and a favorite multi-generational vacation spot.
It's a terrific vacation for the entire family. What I love about it is that your 5-year-old or your 70-year-old, there's a spot for everyone, whether it be barbecuing on the grill together, going out in the boat, which you have just immediate access to. It's just a day-long event, and it's really relaxing, but yet it's great family fun.
A great getaway where you can relax, have fun, and make memories. There are 21 floating cabins, different sizes and styles, each one homey, clean, and comfortable.
The cabins really range from various sizes, kind of what you need. If you want to bring your family and your friends, we have cabins that will accommodate that. Our largest cabin has 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and additional 8 queen-size beds that are part of that cabin. And then for the couple that maybe has 4 people in their party, we have small cabins that can accommodate that. And then groups of cabins that are put together that if 2 couples and their families want to stay, we can accommodate them in the same area.
We have a little bit of everything. So we have anything from what we call our pods, which is just a 1-bedroom cabin, all the way up to our atrium lodge, which can hold up to 18. So we have 8-person cabins, cabins for 2 couples and kids. So we have a little bit of everything to offer depending on the size of group coming.
Lake Murray floating cabins are open year-round, and the off-season is a great time to get away. Families can enjoy crisp mornings, gorgeous scenery, and comfortable cabins at reduced rates.
It's a great time to come to the lake. You don't think of coming to the lake in the winter, but the winter and the fall is the most beautiful time at Lake Murray that there is. Just to come out, spend the day on the lake in the winter, you will not believe how relaxing it is and enjoyable that time can be.
The cabins are very nice. They have a lot of amenities. They have granite countertops, the stainless steel, you can go in and take a bath at night or a shower. So it's not roughing it at all. I mean, it's cable TV, all the things you have at home, you have right here to your access.
It has everything you need. You just bring your food, your drink, and you're ready to go.
All the comforts of home with a view crafted by Mother Nature. On beautiful Lake Murray, I'm Tina McGarry, discovering Oklahoma.
The Lake Murray floating cabins can accommodate a small family up to a group of 18. Head to travelok.com and search Lake Murray floating cabins to book your stay.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
It's a showstopper. They bring it out and everybody goes, ooh, what's that? What's in that?
Breakfast biscuits like you've never seen. We'll tell you where to get this when Discover Oklahoma continues.
There are some things you just can't contain. Oklahoma Today magazine is bursting with culture. Mind-blowing restaurants, trips, adventures, and so much more. Open your copy, then hit the open road. Unleash your curiosity. Set your spirit free. Subscribe today for only $14.95. Oklahoma Today magazine. Break through the ordinary.
You know, Dina, we've had an absolute blast chowing down some great food here at Sherry's Diner, Southwest Oklahoma City.
We have indeed, but before we go, I want to tell you about another place where you can have some wonderful breakfast and a great lunch. Let's go to Simone's Café in Guthrie.
I love to cook. I always have.
Alex Burbayans had dreamed of owning a restaurant since he was 14. That became a reality in 2014 when he opened Simone's Café.
Here we just keep it simple. We chicken fried steak, burgers, and hash browns.
But with any restaurant, there are always customer favorites.
Hands down, the chicken fried steak and the biscuit blowout.
When I asked what the biscuit blowout was, he answered straight away without hesitation.
It's a showstopper. They bring it out and everybody goes, ooh, what's that? What's in that? Biscuit blowout is a biscuit opened up, has ham, bacon, sausage on it, hash brown, 2 eggs, and it all comes in a big old bowl smothered in gravy and cheese.
I sampled it, of course, and yes, it was delicious and very filling. Folks do love their breakfast menu.
Oh, it was just like Mama made it. I grew up in a small town where we had a cafe just like this, and my mom ran it. So I like coming to eat here because it reminded me of the food that I used to get when I was a kid.
But their lunch menu has several favorites too. Alex says he is told often he has the best burgers in town, and they are some of the largest I've ever seen.
We love to send them out as tall as we can. If they want grilled onions on it, my dad always told me you cannot put too many grilled onions on a hamburger. So I took that as a challenge. I love it whenever they order bacon, sauteed onions, mushrooms, stack it up as tall as we can, and we just shove a steak knife down the middle of it and send it out.
And of course,
they gotta try the chicken fry. They gotta try the chicken fried steak.
I have to say, I think Simone's has the best chicken fried steak ever, and it's consistently delicious. The breading is just right. It's not greasy. It's not, too doughy. Perfect.
Alex goes above and beyond to make his customers happy every single day. His passion is cooking. He loves preparing what is described as good old-fashioned home cooking, and his recipes are his own.
They're mine, yes, but no, none of them are really family recipes. They're just, I've listened to my customers and tried to accommodate to what they want.
Well, I think it's definitely worth the drive from wherever you're coming from. They have breakfast all day, which is a local favorite. The quality of anything you get is just so comfort food, good home cooking, and it's just delicious overall.
No matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
You know, Dina, we got to say a huge thank you to the folks here at Sherry's Diner for letting us be here today. This has been a blast.
It has.
You'll find them at 704 Southwest 59th Street. They're open 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 7 to 3 on Sunday. As they say on their website, look for the pink building loaded with a personality and stuck in the 50s.
And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, we're doing a little sailing. Find out where you can take a class to perfect your skills.
And an Oklahoma spa is named for one of the top spots in the nation. We'll take you there next Saturday night, right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in
Oklahoma! Is this where they bring us to pie now?
Yeah, I think so. Pie,
okay.
please?
Pie.
Check.